Hey guys, another video for our Wheels in Japan playlist and our mini-series on crazy drivers in Japan. Have a look at this lady. What do you think she's doing there? Eyes down, eyes up, eyes down, eyes up, eyes down, eyes up, eyes down. Eyes down, same lady, eyes down, eyes up, eyes down, eyes up. Now she'd been driving behind us. We weren't filming her while we were driving, but she'd been driving behind us doing this as well. Could see her in the mirror. Eyes down, eyes up, eyes down, eyes up. And we're seeing this all the time. It's getting worse. It really is getting worse. We made a video about this a while ago, and it only took us half an hour to get lots of footage of people doing this, same as this guy here. And we filmed that last video from an overpass, and they were actually driving. They're actually moving as they're doing it. And these guys are too. The only reason we're catching them at traffic lights is that's the easiest place to catch them. Just everywhere. It's really frustrating. You know, no one really cares what other people do, but when it risks other people's lives, it's a bit rude. There's this one as well. The driving really close to the car in front. That grey car up there is right up the tail of the car in front, as is this one. It's sort of not aggressive. In some countries where when people do this, they're being aggressive, you know, get out of my way, get out of my way. And that does happen here, but usually it's not done in an aggressive way. Usually they're just sort of oblivious. Often they're just sitting right up your tail and totally oblivious to the fact of how dangerous it is. That's a truck doing it. We're travelling at the speed limit, of course, and that truck up there slowly disappearing off into the distance is right up the back of a car in front and speeding. And it's not likely we'll ever show you a crazy drivers in Japan video without showing you at least one truck driver, because there's some of the worst drivers in Japan. Some of the truck drivers and some of the taxi drivers are the worst. And the people that drive these vans, there's been a big boom. We showed you on a previous video these big vans, these big people mover type vans are really popular now. And it just seems to be something, whether it's psychological, you give people these big vans and they get really full on with them, bullying people out of the way. You know, and that sort of driving too, that's sort of verging on aggressive, isn't it, when you're pushing people out of the way. And here's a whole row of them, trucks and cars and everybody on a motorway, all within about a couple of metres of each other. And of course now and again we see the results of that. Now and again you'll see an 8-car collision or a 20-car collision on the motorway, because everyone was doing that, and then one of them changed lanes without looking and causes an accident and everybody runs into each other. And that's really common here. We see that all the time. And again, it doesn't seem to be aggressive. It's just sort of a combination of some of it's just ignorance. People just not aware. They don't think it's dangerous. Everyone's doing it, so they're doing it too, not thinking about it. But when you're in the middle of a huddle like that, of course the only way to do it is for us to stay back from the car in front of us, so we don't get involved in one of those little huddles. But when one of those goes bad, you don't want to be anywhere near it, because they all go in all directions. Oh, here's a dude watching TV, a bit similar to using the phone. Perfectly legal in Japan, watching the TV while you're driving the car. In some countries you're not allowed to have a TV where the driver can see it, but in Japan it's perfectly legal, and you'll see him driving along looking down at the TV. Oh, here's a funny one. This guy's riding on the tail of the police car, the green car, really close to the police car, like way too close, and sort of pushing him along, like come on, come on, come on. Gets impatient, and so what's he going to do? He overtakes the police car, doesn't he? Really close too. Look how close he comes to that back corner. See, that can't be aggression. That's got to be ignorance, hasn't it? Anyway, that's this week's installment, Crazy Drivers from Japan. More videos coming soon.